Hello, good morning. I hope that you are safe and sound in your homes and paying close attention to everything that we're gonna discuss today. We are resuming the activities related to the story Around the World in 80 Days by Jules Verne. I hope that you have read it by yourself or listened to the audio, because there are certain aspects, certain details that I want you to keep in mind, because we're gonna be discussing about that today. And we're gonna start the class by playing a game. If you were with me last year, you would remember that we played it on Bamboozle. Bamboozle is a platform in which you can make some funny games. All of the questions will be related to the story, will be related to the reading passage, so you can remember every single particular of it without forgetting anything important. And also it's gonna help you to study for the coming evaluation. But let me tell you that what is important here is your learning, is not your scores. And I'm gonna share with you the game so we can start right away. There you have it. So as you can see, I have split the classroom in 3 teams. Team number 1 is going to be students from room A and B. C and D is going to be team 2. And finally, the third team, it's made of all the students from room E and F. Okay, you're saying good morning in the chat. Good morning once again. Okay, so I was saying you have the teams there. Do you have any questions how to play this game? Do you have any questions about your team? Or is it clear, isn't it? Confirmation, please.
Is clear.
Thank you. Okay, so without no any other ado, let's start. Team 1, could you please choose a number from the board? Remember, team 1 is students from rooms or course A and B. Choose a question, please. Hello, hello.
8.
Number 8.
8, all right. Let me see. Okay, for 5 points. Jules Verne accurately described many technologies available today. That fact is true or false?
True.
True.
I think they fall.
You think it's false, huh? We have different opinions in here and you're the same team. So which one are you gonna decide to leave? True or false?
Oh, teacher, so is there is the section A and B, yes?
Okay, it's true then. Okay. Yeah, team 1 is A and B.
Ah, okay. Sorry, teacher. I am the team E.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
Don't be. All right, so you said true. Let me see. Yes, it was true. Jules Verne could somehow, some way, accurately foreseen the future of technology. And it was true. Okay, you have 5 points, team 1. Congratulations. Team 2, C and D. Vietnam flashback. C and D, planet Earth.
15.
15, thank you. For 20 points, what happened to Passepartout in chapter 20? Remember that Passepartout is the loyal servant of Fogg. But something wrong happened to him in chapter 20. What happened? 15 seconds, my friends. You can review your books, your notes. Maybe you can find it on Google. We never know. 5, 4, 3. Answers. What happened to Passport 2 in chapter 20? 3, 2, 1. No ideas. Anybody from different team, just to know if you're ready for the coming evaluation next week? No, nobody knows. Any ideas? Brainstorming ideas? All right. You don't know. He was nowhere to be found. So in chapter 20, his whereabouts are not so clear. I mean, they just assumed that he disappeared in the opium house because they were having some fun the night before. But what really happened, and is not described in chapter 20, is that Detective Fix, who is the antagonist of the story, has something to do with it. So Passport 2 disappearance was Detective Fix doing. So you need to have that in mind. In chapter 20, they said that Passport 2 is nowhere to be found, but is not what they think it happened, because Detective Fix is behind all of that. It was his doing. Okay, I'm sure that you're taking notes for the quiz. Oops, but for now you did not get the points. Team 3, E and F, your chance. So far, team 1 is leading. I'm all ears. Do we have to read the book for the test, teacher? No, Rebecca, just the chapter. That's chapter 20. Not the whole book, just chapter 20. Chapter 20 is in your books and also is in the audio, is in the YouTube class. Okay. My friends. No students in room E and F.
Yes, I am the room E. So
Okay.
the number 10.
10, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. For 10 points, you have to name the character, I guess. Yeah, you have to name the character. Who is a short man with a small eyes who followed Phileas in his journey because he wanted to put him behind bars? He was positive Fogg had stolen a bank in England and wanted, and then ignore that part because I didn't finish the sentence, but you have enough material to make your guessings. Who is the short man with the small eyes who followed Phileas Fogg in his journey around the world and wanted to put him in jail, in prison? Who was this character?
The detective.
Let me see. Yes, Detective Fix. Excellent, you have 10 points. Congrats. And you're the leader so far. You're the leaders. Team 1, it's your turn. Team 1, hello.
6.
Thank you. So for 15 points, at the end of the chapter, who did aboard the Tankadier? The Tankadier is the steamer that they charged at the end of the story, because remember that the way they were going to aboard the Carnatic, but the Carnatic had already sailed and it was impossible. Then John Bonsby shows up and he saved the day with his Tankadere boat. Mention the characters who aboard the Tankadere at the end of the chapter. "15 seconds from now."
Detective Fix, Mr. Fogg, and Auda, if I'm not wrong.
Let me see. So you mentioned 3, right? And you were right. Fogg, Auda, and Fix. Congratulations. Now you're the leaders with 20 points. Team 2?
Number 3.
Number 3. Swap points. Wow, you have a chance. You have a good opportunity here to swap points with team 1 or team 3. It's your choice. Team 2, you gotta swap points with 1 or 3.
3. So we can choose.
With 3. Okay. Fair play. You're fair players. All right, because you had the chance to lead the score, but you didn't. That's fair play. All right, team 3. So you have no points now, but probably you have a power up right there. You never know. You can take advantage of it.
Number 2.
Thank you. All right, so it's something similar. You can get your 10 points back, but from who? That's the question. From team 1 or from team 2?
Team 1.
Team 1. Okay. So now all of you got the same score. We got a three-way tied up. A three-way tied up. You 3 got the same score. Team 1.
11.
Thanks. For 25 points. That might be tough. Well, actually, it's not. It's easy. Where were Auda and Phileas Fogg when they talked for the very first time to Fix? So this chapter, chapter 20, got some of subtopic, and it is when Phileas Fogg finally encounters Detective Fix. So they met the first time here in this chapter. You have to mention the place, the country, or the city where all the events happen. They mention a lot of places. 10 seconds. Where are the settings of the story? They mention a lot of places, but the action occurred in one. Where is that place? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They were in Hong Kong. They are in a quay in Hong Kong. So no points for you. Team number 2.
4.
4. Okay, for 15 points. Where Mr. Fogg and his companions were going to go into Carnatic. So remember that the purpose of Mr. Fogg in this chapter is to get into the Carnatic steamer, go to Yokohama, and then in Yokohama aboard another steamer that is gonna take them to San Francisco. So, but where they were going? I think that I just said the answer. They are in Hong Kong. Where are they heading at? Where are they going? 10 seconds.
I don't know, but you say San Francisco, so I think United States.
All right, but in the United States, they had to do something before a previous stop. They're actually going to the States, to San Francisco, but they had to make a stop before that. And this is where the Carnatic was gonna take them. Where is that place?
Okay, I might be wrong, but I remember when we read mention Singapore, but I'm not really sure because they were in Hong Kong. So I just
And they actually mentioned Singapore as well. Yeah, you're right.
but I don't know if that's the answer.
Well, it is related, but it's not the answer. But thank you very much for participating. Anybody else? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
In the chat, one says Yokohama, but I'm not sure.
I have the answer, but I'm not from Team 1. But the thing is that if you don't belong to Team 2, it means that you're not gonna get the points, so you're gonna give them to the other team. When is the test? It's on next class, I guess. When is next class? Let me see. It's on Thursday, Rebecca. Yeah, it's on Thursday. Thursday the 25th. Huh, you haven't read yet. Okay, so 5 seconds to tell me the answer, please, in the microphone. Team 2. 5. Many places were mentioned. You have to pick one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You mentioned it in the chat, but you didn't confirm. Yokohama.
I tell you.
Yeah.
Someone says in the chat is Yokohama.
Okay. I will accept it. So remember this. So the first plan, the original plan was to aboard the Carnatic steamer, go to Yokohama. There in Yokohama, they were going to aboard another steamer to San Francisco. That was the original plot. But it came to happen that the Carnatic had already sailed. So they had to do something else. That's why they mentioned Shanghai and they mentioned different places we're gonna discuss later on. So far, you have 15 points. And you are the leader so far. You are the leader so far. Team 3.
Number 12.
For 5 points. Was John Bunsby's boat called Tankadere? Yes, it was, or no, it wasn't. Was John Bunsby's boat called Tankadere? Yes or no? That was not that difficult.
Yes, because in this text in the book mentioned that the John Busey is like a master of the tender.
Wow, excellent.
So is he was of this.
Okay. Well, I like it because you're also quoting the book. You're also using some quotes from the book, and that's correct. Yes, it was. And what is the question we're doing here? Man, I was so asleep when I was typing this test. Well, doesn't matter. All right, 15 points. Team one.
Maestro 4. No he jugado mucho, ya estuvieron leyendo.
Team one, team one.
The number 7.
7. Who was Auda? Who was she?
The romantic interest of Mr. Fogg.
Yeah, I like the way that you responded. Yeah, she's the romantic interest of that guy, the main character. And also she's a Persian Indian princess who was rescued by them because she was gonna be sacrificed. All right, excellent. And you have to keep all of these details in mind because I see that many of you don't know the answer. Some of you know them very well, and congratulations for that. I give you that. You're gonna get excellent scores later on. You got the points.
Teacher.
Hello?
All this is in the chapter 20.
All of it. All of it. I have
Okay.
included some information of the presentation, the PowerPoint presentation, but that's it. You don't have to read the whole book because I haven't even read it. So I don't expect that you read it, okay? But everything is in chapter 20. Tell me.
Teacher, where I can find the presentation?
It's in the video in YouTube, and also it's in your guideline in a link that your teachers have provided to you.
Thank you.
All right. So then, we're in team 2. Team 2.
5.
Thank you. 25 points. You see, this one is not exactly in chapter 20. It is in the previous information that I gave you last class. But don't worry, this information is recorded and uploaded in YouTube channel. What did start Mr. Fox's journey around the world? What started this adventure? Because according to his description, he was a very boring man, rich, but he lived a modest life, and he was very punctual, and he used to go to the Reform Club every single day at the same time, every day. But one day something changed. He decided to travel the world in 80 days and make a wager with his friends. But why? How that idea came to his mind? Fifteen seconds. 15 seconds.
Wait.
10 seconds. So let me see, I know the answer, but I don't remember it. In 80 days, yes, in 80 days. Five, four, three, two, one. Okay, the answer is simple. At the Reform Club, Fogg gets involved in an argument over an article in the Daily Telegraph stating that with the opening of a new railway section in India, the answers are incomplete in here because I don't have enough space for many characters. But the answer is this. Mr. Fogg was in a single day reading an article in a magazine, the Daily Telegraph. And in that article, he could read that it was possible now because of the construction of a new railway section in India, was possible to travel around the world in 80 days. And he wanted to prove it. He wanted to prove to the people in the Reform Club that he was able to do it. So, and he started a wager. Remember that it was a huge sum of money, half of his fortune, that he was going to do it. And actually at the end, spoiler alert, he did. Okay, no points. Team 3.
Number 1.
Thank you. 15. For 15 points. Where does the San Francisco steamer start its route? It's definitely not in Hong Kong. You see, I'm giving you some hints. Let me see, what do I have in the chat? In chapter 3 in the summary. Where does the San Francisco steamer start its route?
Teacher, so refer that I don't understand good this question because I don't know this refer that the start the story or where because I don't know it's difficult to explain because I don't understand good the question. I don't know if you can explain me more, please.
Of course, of course. So, for example, the buses or the trains, or let's say the buses in El Salvador. For example, la Ruta 13, la Ruta 14. Route 14 starts the route from Soyapango to San Salvador. Passes to many places, but the origin of the route is Soyapango. Route 14 goes to Soyapango, San Salvador. Well, I don't know too many places, but from Soyapango to San Salvador. Does Route 14 start in San Salvador? No. Passes to San Salvador? Yes. But it doesn't start its route in San Salvador. It originates from Soyapango. So the same happens with this boat. The San Francisco steamer goes to the United States, but it doesn't start the route in San Francisco. It starts in another place. You have to give me the name of that place. Did I make myself clear, or I confuse you more?
No, yes, it's clear because I refer that I think that I need to say that the is sign start until to finish. So I see that is only start. Yes.
Yeah, only start the place where the route starts. So Carcamo Nicole, I just said California. No.
I think, teacher, I'm not sure, but the option is the Yokohama. But is the first when you start the read the book or yes the text in the unit 1, this travel start in Yokohama. So I think
You think
that
it's Yokohama?
yes.
But let me tell you that you're kind of close from the answer, and when we finish the game, I'm gonna explain that. So I'm gonna rush this out so you can have the explanation. Because the San Francisco steamer actually passes to Yokohama, but it doesn't start there. It starts in Shanghai. And I'm gonna explain you with a map. the route of this steamer. Now let's move faster because I need to explain that to you. Thing one.
The normal. Oh,
Sorry, I didn't understand because you interrupt each other. Which one?
14.
Thank you. 15 points. Why were the urge to go to Yokohama? What are their business they have there? Why they want to get there to Yokohama in time? I'm going to give you 10 seconds because I need to move to the explanation. 5, no, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No? They had to aboard the steamer to San Francisco. Team 2, 9 or 13?
9.
Thanks. True or false? The Carnatic left the quay 6 hours before the stated time. Remember that when Mr. Fogg and his companions arrived to the quay, the Carnatic had already left. Was it 6 hours before or not? 10 seconds to tell me true or false. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. True or false? 4. True.
False.
Let me see. True or false? 3, 2,
False.
1. You said false. Yes, it's false. Congratulations, you are leading so far, and the last word is gonna be said by number 13. Oh, other team loses 5 points. Which team loses 5 points? Team 1 or team 2?
For the team that 2.
2. Even though they are the winners. Congratulations, team 2. Room C and D, you're the winners once again.
Sure.
All right, thank you guys. I'm gonna go over the presentation to explain the route, because this is important for you to know. And there we go. Okay, here we have the map. You need to have many things in mind. The first one is that all of that happened in the chapter occurs in Hong Kong. So Passepartout, Phileas Fogg, and Aouda arrived to Hong Kong with the mere purpose to aboard the Carnatic. Let's say it's this boat. Let's pretend this boat is the Carnatic, or the steamer is the Carnatic. And the Carnatic was gonna take them to Yokohama. Once in Yokohama, they were going to onboard and then get into the San Francisco steamer and get to the United States of America. Ta-da. That was plan A. In Hong Kong, aboard the Carnatic was gonna take them to Yokohama. Then in Yokohama, they're gonna take another boat or aboard another steamer to San Francisco. But the problem was The problem was that, what was the problem? Because you have read it. Tell me, what was the problem? Anybody? What was the problem? Because they could not aboard the Carnatic, because the Carnatic had already left. But remember that Phileas Fogg was a man that did not get down for situations like this. He was very calm, he was serene, and he also had money to try to make them work for his purposes. So he met a guy, he met another man in the quay. It was John Bunsby. John Bunsby was the master of the Tankadere, which is this one here. This is the Tankadere, and this is the Carnatic. And this plan, the original plan that I just explained, was frustrated for the circumstances. But Phileas Fogg did not get disappointed, and he found a solution. And the solution was he charged the Tankadere, but the Tankadere could not get him to Yokohama on time. It was impossible for the Tankadere to take them to Yokohama in time to aboard the steamer to San Francisco. So that's why he offered to take them to Shanghai. He said, John Bunsby said, oh, there's no way that I can take you to Yokohama in time, but my offer here is to take you to Shanghai. And Mr. Fox said, but John, I have no business in Shanghai. So I'm not leading to Shanghai, so it doesn't work for me. But then John Bunsby said, don't worry. The same steamer that you were gonna take from Yokohama is the same that start the route in Shanghai. So the plan B is go to Shanghai and take the same steamer that is gonna pass to Nagasaki and Yokohama and also go to the United States of America. Change of plans, different routes, different steamers, but at the end, everything was what he wanted to do. And without the company of Passepartout, they sailed to Shanghai, then to the United States. Do you have any questions about it?
No.
Was it clear? Crystal clear? Remember that what is in red, the route in red is the original plan, but it couldn't happen because of the circumstances. The Carnatic left them. He left the Kuwait the night before, and they have to wait for a week for another steamer to sail. So that's why, good for them, they met John Bunsby, the master of the Tankadere. He took them to Shanghai, then they can aboard the same steamer that is gonna pass to Nagasaki, Yokohama, and the United States of America. Questions? Did you get it, or do you want me to explain again?
I get it, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you, Yareni. Anybody else? All right, if you have no question, that means that everything was crystal clear, that you're gonna do an excellent job work in your test. And the most important thing here is not your score. Remember that sometimes the numbers are kind of deceitful. What really matters here is what you learned through reading. Try to read, try to listen to story, try to check the videos that I have uploaded on YouTube. And if you have any questions, doubts, comments, suggestions, anything, you can contact me through my social media networks. Okay, my friends, Thank you very much for your attention, your participation as well. Congratulations for the winners in the game. So as far as I remember, Team C and D, or Room C and D, are the most winners in my games. But that can be reversed this year. All right, so you had the chance to do it. So thank you guys. Have a nice day. Enjoy your day.
Thanks, teacher.